So now that we've started to add some changes, we've tracked changes, we've turned this on, it's now time to deal with the changes that have been made. So we might get this document back for review, or it's been sent to us. It has a bunch of changes from a lot of different authors. Now we need to know what to do with the changes that have been made. We have some very simple choices up here in the changes section of our ribbon. We can do this. These two buttons toggle us back and forth. So if we just click on that one, which is Next Change, we can either accept it and move to next, accept change. If we just click on the accept change button, it will automatically go to the next change for us. So we can decide what to do. We can reject it as well, and notice again that the default action is that it will reject it and move to the next change in the document here. So we're rejecting that deletion. What about the insertion? Let's reject that one as well. You can also do this. In your tracking grouping here, there is a button, and this is usually something better to do when you first get it. You can show your original and your original showing the markup rather than the final and the final showing markup. The final will be the final document with all of the changes incorporated without the change marks there. But most of the time you're going to be dealing with final showing markup until you decide what to do with the changes. But again, if you just want to look at it without kind of being distracted by all of the changes that have been made, you can do so choosing that option as well. One last thing I want to show you is the ability to show some of these changes in balloons. So show revisions in balloons will turn this on, and you may have seen this earlier when we dealt with comments, but you can also deal with changes in the same way. So by selecting something, it turns it a different color or different shade, I guess I should say. Notice that this is dashed and kind of points to this change, the movement. And we can toggle back and forth just with a simple click, and it tells you exactly what was moved down here. And we can decide what to do with it either by going up to the changes section or by right-clicking and accepting the move or rejecting the move. Same thing over here. We can select in the text itself, give it a right click, and accept the change or reject the change. So if I reject the change, that actually affects two things in the case of a move, because it affects the original and the text that, what am I trying to say, that was moved, and the placement of that moved text, I think is what you get the idea. So that goes part and parcel with your tracking of changes, is the ability to decide what to do with those changes once they've been made.